Hello. Hi, Siobhan. Day 49. Have you been here for every single live since I started, Siobhan? Hi, Louise. Hi, Christina. Hello, it's me. Hi, Mariah. You missed two. You're keeping track, are you? That's good. I'm glad you missed a couple. Means you've got something wild and crazy going on in your life. Hi, Heather. The gang's all here on day 49 of A Year to Live. Honest to God, like the last few days when I've been feeling so good, it's like I go into complete almost denial of the fact that there's anything wrong with me. And I can get, it's interesting, I can get a little bit human in that, like, or I go a little bit unconscious. It's like I find myself thinking like little silly thoughts like, like, I don't know, I just like, it's going to be hard in the hospital, and I start thinking about the food and then not having, my own bed and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, you freaking kidding me, Jam? It's like this procedure that I'm going towards, it's going to help me stay alive. Like, that's something to celebrate. It's like it's my best shot for extending my life past, the next few months. Like, and that, we've got free healthcare in Canada, and that I'm going to have a private room, and I've got all these messages of love. I started taking down all the cards and stuff that I've hung around our condo, so that I can pack them up and take them into my Stem Cell Staycation with me. And it's just like, what the hell do I have to complain about? Like, this is and like modern medicine, until they kind of perfected this stem cell process as a treatment for the kind of for multiple myeloma, and then limited study on its effectiveness with plasma cell leukemia, but in the same family of that, it's like it's phenomenal that this kind of treatment is available to extend life and hopefully extend quality of life as well. And because I'm not just interested in extending life for the scientific purpose of it at this stage in my game, but it's like, what the heck am I like? No, I'm dealing with a real thing here. As well as I feel right now, I need some help with this. And the stem cell process is like, I shouldn't get so kind of, I don't want to do it kind of stuff going on. But I know I'm human, and I'm allowed to think that way sometimes too. But I've been watching my mind kind of go into these places of mugglehood, like muggles. It's like, no, I want to stay with Harry Potter. I want to go back, to platform 9 3/4 and slip between, like, get out of this muggledom mind of mine and go back to School of Hogwarts. Maybe I need to revisit Harry Potter when I'm on my staycation, my stem cell staycation. Anyways, so I'm starting to get excited. 5 more sleeps in my beloved bed. I freaking love that bed. It has held me through life's trials and tribulations when no human was available. I was just thinking about being at another condo that I lived in, and when I was going through some deep challenges about 10 years ago and really wanted my mom. You know, it's like, I don't know, doesn't matter how old you are, when things get really tough, it's just like, I want my mom. You know, it's just like, I want my mom. I was just in my bed crying. I want my mom. I just wanted to be just comforted in the way that only a mom can comfort you. And I remember wrapping myself up in blankets and holding myself, invoking the spirit of my mom, and just wrapping myself in gratitude for everything that I had, regardless of all that was falling apart. And just like that bed became the place I would go for comfort, you know, when at the end of a hard day, long day, I was hardly sleeping, building the studio, all kinds of things were stressing me and challenging me to the max. And that bed just became my refuge. And the thought, like, it's just like so awesome. That's what our own beds are like, right? It's just like, can't wait to just slip between the crisp sheets of fall and my own bed. And it's like, yeah, 5 more sleeps. So every time I slip in to bed, I just soak in all that comfort, and I'm packing it into my cells to take with me into the hospital, so that I can lie there on that hospital bed, close my eyes, and remember in every cell of my being and every level of my consciousness what it feels like to be held in my own energy. Anyways, so I'm getting kind of excited, and but there is a fine line that I have discovered there's lots of fine lines in life. Pain and ecstasy, there's a fine line between those two things I have discovered. And also there's a fine line between fear and excitement. And so, you know, the yogini likes to walk, ride, be on the razor's edge, in between, explore the space between this and that. And so a slumber party, what do you mean, Mariah? Maybe we should have a slumber party. When, where, like details. Yeah, and I don't know what I was saying. See, I can't multitask. I read that little note and then lost my train of thought. But I think the full moon is tomorrow night, right? And I got something interesting from, I recently subscribed to Myra Penaloza. I don't know if that's how you say her name, but she's a Kundalini yogini who, she and her hubby, Robindra, or I don't know, that could be his social media name. Anyways, they have 2 little ones, and they are yogis, and they used to be based out of Edmonton, but she's this beautiful woman who I have admired from a distance. I know some people who know her personally, but she has developed a clothing line, and I so admire the way she is running her business and her life as a mother of 2 young children. And I love the wisdom and the authentic reality of motherhood that flows through her with her 2 little ones. And plus I also really love the way she does business with the clothes that she has created and the clothing line under her same name. Anyways, I subscribed to her newsletter not long ago because I was interested in a piece of her clothing to hold me, and I'll tell you a little bit about that later. But so she I got this message about the full moon coming up, and I've always enjoyed the cycles of the moon, but I'm not really into astrology, and so I don't really dive into the meanings. But because I enjoy reading her writing, and she I think quite a few Kundalini yoga folks are into astrology, and maybe that's part of that lineage. Anyways, and the moon and the matriarch. So I'm just gonna read a little bit about the full moon that is happening tomorrow night, because I think it pertains to, maybe you'll find some resonance in it as well. So it's, the full moon is in Aries. And what she says about that is Aries is fire and doesn't hold back. Aries goes for it. Aries is about freedom to choose, being sovereign, being strong. These are all things that, I need to go for this stem cell treatment and find my strength and just go for it. The full moon in Aries is a portal with the theme of setting yourself free to birth a new life, whatever that looks like for you. Well, the whole stem cell process, and this is how I was interpreting it, you can apply it to your own life, of course, it is like a new life. It is like I'm giving birth to myself. It's like, they call it your second birthday, because you're like a newborn child without an immune system, and you need to rebuild that, just like as if you were just born. And so it's like, oh, I am kind of starting a new life. Sorry. That could be a perspective shift. It could be new information that you don't have before now becoming available. And the full moon happens on October 1st, which is tomorrow. The number 1 is all about new beginnings. Combined with the full moon, it will give you the energy you need to bring the new beginnings into your life as an experience. The key with all this elevated energy is knowing how to stay balanced within it and staying focused on the direction you wish to take your life. And so this full moon will begin a shift for you in your life about how you want to live. And isn't that what this journey, this a year to live journey is all about, is being a little bit more aware and intentional about how we really want to live, so that we, don't have any regrets when life does smack us upside of the head with a curveball. It's a time to look at what information you want to take in and how you want to close the final chapter of 2020 powerfully. Yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. It's just like, go for it, being strong, new beginnings, new perspective shifts, new information coming in. And I don't know about you, but I feel that, like, I've been nesting and cleaning and putting things in order, and putting my house in order before I leave, so that when I come home, everything will be fresh and ready for me to begin the process of moving forward with some hope about, not that I don't have hope now, but these procedures will hopefully usher in more hope than more challenges, which seems to happen, right? Curveballs within the curveballs. But yeah, I'm excited and a little, apprehensive. I'm walking into the unknown. I don't know how this is going to go and how I'm going to feel. It's a new experience for me. And so that fine line, I find like I'm teetering on the edge between fear and excitement, and feeling them both and allowing myself to be human and holy at the same time. Oh, so the song tonight, I've been singing it over all day long, and I never thought that I would be calling myself a fan of Justin Bieber. Like, I don't really know him. I think of him as like a pop star for young girls, but this new song. I forget what it's called, but it's the lyrics in it go, the way you hold me, hold me, hold me, hold me, makes me feel so holy. And this energy, this presence of love that is within me and all around me in the form of energy and prayers and people and love and support, it truly makes me feel so holy, so blessed. So thank you for holding me and walking with me. I feel so held. Oh, and I'm playing with a kitchen crock pot over here, and it snapped. But I feel the way you hold me makes me feel so holy. So thank you so much for holding me in whatever way you are, in your mind, in your heart, in your prayers. I feel held by it all, by the sky, by the clouds, by the wind, by everything and everyone. Such a beautiful feeling held. Words from a departure ceremony that I was at just before I got sick, and maybe I've shared this, but they are words of Amara's. It became a mantra of hers as she was leaving her body and preparing to, drop her bones and leave this earth plane. Hold. Be held. Behold. And I think that sums up life as a human being. We want someone to hold. We want to feel held. So hold someone so that you can feel held and be held and behold the wonder of love that we're swimming in, the ocean of nectarine. It's all around us. We don't have to look for it. Just hold, be held, behold. I love that. So I'll leave you with that thought and say good night. Love you. Thank you.